It's been 5 months past the interim budget, and the macro backdrop and the consumption story have become strikingly worrisome. Rural demand, which was about 1.3 times the urban demand, has slipped down to 1.1 times in Q4 for prominent companies such as HUL and Dabur. Hence, there is an expectation from the upcoming budget of rural-focused policy measures which can perk up the rural demand. Let's do a three-point analysis of what measures could the government look at taking and which companies will be in focus. 1. Budget is likely to address income support through direct benefit transfers. Well, the government could look at ways and means to increase direct income support, as other traditional means of support such as the minimum support scheme have not been effective enough. Now, targeting farm-focused subsidy schemes could also intensify. Now, in the interim budget, there was an increase in allocation for urea and food subsidy by 11 and 8% respectively. And there could be a step up in allocation due to proven efficiency of the direct benefit transfer. Secondly, in the interim budget, assured income support for marginal farmers was announced, which amounts to 6,000 rupees per person and per year. Now, this scheme under the recent extension is applicable for all farmers. Thus, the estimate for the scheme is now at 87,000 crores versus the earlier 75,000 crore rupees for FY20. 2. Focus on rural infrastructure and food processing industries. Now, one of the reasons behind the weak translation of MSP as an effective crop buying price is the inadequate infrastructure. Last year, budget allocation for food and distribution department had a 75% increase as compared to FY18 actuals. Now, in FY20 budget estimates, in the interim budget, it was further increased by 7% with a focus on cold storage chain. Now, we may witness continued attention in this aspect as well. Further, there is an expectation of higher allocation for the food processing value chain, which starts from a justified procurement policy to an enabling environment for food processing. Now, apart from this, non-farm productivity is much desired. We may expect higher emphasis on agriculture-allied services, aquaculture as well as dairy sectors, which have been one of the most stressed out sectors in recent times. Now, we may also witness further impetus for rural infrastructure in the form of digital villages. 3. Which companies should investors now watch out for? Well, budget expectations are huge. However, fiscal constraints can put a cap on what can pragmatically be achieved. Having said that, political and economic onus is on the government is quite high with respect to the need to revive the rural economy, and hence we might see a targeted allocation which is more efficient. Now, in this context, companies such as Dabur, Imami, HUL, which have about 40 to 50% sales from rural economy, should benefit. And further, companies exposed to food processing industries such as ITC, Pratap Snacks and Parag Milk also should be kept under watch.